So where are we?
We are at the Coronado Springs Resort. We're going to the Gran Destino Tower, which was just built a year ago. It's pretty new. We're gonna go to what's the bar called? It's a rooftop bar. You get like a panoramic view of Disney property.
Now, if I got this right, a lot of the resorts have rooftop restaurants or bars.
Yeah.
So just like we were saying, we love to do resort hopping. You can go to the restaurant up top, and some of them are really neat at night because you can watch fireworks shows.
Yeah.
If you're in the right location at the right time.
And sometimes they'll pump in music for the specific shows.
So we're hoping tonight when we're up here at the rooftop bar to be able to see which resort or which fireworks.
Hollywood Studios fireworks.
Hollywood Studios fireworks.
Views, hopefully.
We'll see what happens. If you see fireworks, we timed it just right. This is why we're not allowed to go to nice places. We're sitting here outside on the 16th floor of the Gran Destino Tower. They keep telling me where I'm at because I don't remember.
Usually it's me asking. Tonight
It's me.
asking.
Mainly because I love the trips down here to Florida because I tell them I don't want to plan anything. They just tell me where I'm going and it works out really good for me. But we're sitting out here, and as Emily and I were talking coming up here, there are so many resorts that have these rooftop lounges or restaurants. And there is a restaurant on the other side from where we're sitting. But the cool thing is you sit up here, and if you come up here in the evenings around 8:30 to 9 o'clock, you're here just in time for the fireworks show. So this one will overlook the Hollywood Studio fireworks show. And we're waiting for it to start, and hopefully we'll have some good footage of it once it gets going.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay. This is how it goes every single time.
Every time.
All the time.
He's noticed.
So
Apparently.
this is Emily, our youngest, and we are very proud to introduce her to you. She is the one that hit the deer, had the flu, lives in South Carolina.
Gave us the flu.
Gave us the flu. Let's not miss that.
Sharing's, nice. So.
Yes. And this is our friend Justin.
Hello.
And when we come to Orlando, we get to hang out with him, and we love it very much. And we love him very much. So we're just hanging out together on the 16th floor of the Gran Destino Tower, and we're having a big old time.
We're almost going to finish up the deer saga. Well, it's been going on for
Long time.
a couple episodes.
Many months
dear.
now.
So she hit the deer back in late November.
No, that was December.
December. Well, it was the end of November for us, going into December. She hit the deer.
First week of December.
It's when we were
'cause it was
camping.
your birthday.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know.
First week of December.
So she hit the deer. We didn't think it was all that bad. Then, right after Christmas, when you took your car to get it repaired, we found out the deer had done a whole lot more damage than we expected.
All under the hood, so you couldn't see
Yeah.
physical damage.
It just tore up a whole bunch of stuff in the front of the car. So during our Louisiana episode, we had the discussion of your car is basically totaled. You need another car.
Yep.
And you started shopping for another car.
Yep.
And I don't remember what you said in that video over the phone. You said you were looking at was it the Nissan Rogue?
It was the Rogue Sport.
Rogue Sport.
That I was looking at. Went to go test drive at CarMax just to go kind of see what was out there. Drove the Rogue Sport. I work for, you know, a car company, so I get to drive them all the time. So drove the Rogue Sport. It was okay. Drove a couple other things. The salesperson actually showed me a Kia Sportage, which I had no interest in. I hadn't looked at them, wasn't really looking for it, and drove it, fell in love, bought the car that day. So ended up with a 2017 Kia Sportage.
So she's got a replacement car now. I actually drove to Greenville and brought her old car home. Fortunately, the old car that she was driving used to be my parents' tow vehicle behind their camper, so it still has the tow hitch on it, so I was able to tow it home behind my truck. So it's now sitting in my driveway, and we think we have somebody who wants to take it, because I have all the old parts that came off of it that can be fixed. And I think someone's going to take that car and fix it and use that car for one of their kids. So that's the only part of the saga left. We got to find a new home for the old car, but
Yep. Got a replacement. So
got a
we're
replacement
good.
already. She's good.
Yep.
No more hitting deer.
Well.
It's park day. Where does the People Mover rank in your list of top rides at Disney?
The People Mover is the perfect vehicle for people watching. So keep
Where
your
would you rank
eyes
this?
open. You never know
Number
who
2?
you might see.
Number 3? Number 4? Okay, number 1 ride at Disney. Pirates. Pirate Haunted Mansion are tied.
I gotta say the same thing.
Splash Mountain!
Rise of the Resistance.
In this park.
Oh, in this park.
Disney World.
You said
I'm sorry.
Disney
I'm
World.
sorry.
That's the whole thing?
Disney World.
Probably Space or Thunder.
Space or Thunder. And what are we looking at here?
This is Tron. The new roller coaster opening next year or the year after that.
It's next year.
Next year? Next
Or the
fall,
anniversary
right?
of it,
Yeah.
Cool.
Some folks say
want this fireplace in our next camper.
Okay. Good luck.
It can be its own slide. This group should not be allowed out in public. This is what happens while we're sitting waiting on food.
Camper, getting ready for our next adventure, and we thought we'd bring you guys along just to talk about a couple of things as we prepare to head out.
Yeah. So one of the things I wanted to share was, you know, it's only been 2.5 months, not even 2.5, just over 2 months since we started doing these videos. And we said in the first episode, we do not know what we're doing. We are brand new at this. The first video we did, we shot video that day at Vogel, and we sat in the camper that night with her laptop and thought, now what do we do? Where do we go? What do we do with this video?
Yeah.
So we've been slowly figuring this thing out as we go. And
I would like to interrupt you and say, I think that you are amazing at video editing. I
have a lot to learn.
I mean, it's impressive what he learned in a little bit of time. We are still extremely amateur, you know. What's really funny is I have sung in front of people my entire life. I was 3 when I sang the first time with a microphone in my hand, and it's just sort of a family thing that we do, and I had no idea that when the camera turned on me, I would be like a deer in the headlights. When I look back at that first video, all I can think is, oh, bless her. Somebody tell her to stop. Our son said, Mom, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop. So anyway, thank you for bearing with us as we learn how to be ourselves on camera. It really, for me, we try to stay moving because I tend to lock up. Who knows these things? I mean, I've never spent any time in front of a camera.
You can't see, but Mason is...
He's behind us.
Behind our feet, so if we step backwards, we will fall over behind Mason.
Yeah.
But one of the things we wanted to share, or a couple of things we wanted to share on our lessons learned, or whatever you want to call it, is one thing that I've learned is more video is better. There's been a couple of those first videos where I sat down to edit and realized I didn't shoot near enough video. I don't have hardly anything to work with.
And we thought we had.
Oh, and it seemed like we were just videoing everything.
This is insane how much we're videoing everything, and no, not at all.
No, yeah. We learned a lot about that. And the other big thing we've learned is have a camera ready. When things happen around the camper, when things happen while we're out doing stuff, we get to the end of whatever that event is. We've had leaks in the camper. We've had a couple other issues. And after we get it all taken care of, at the very end, we think, we should have recorded that. Yeah. Should have filmed that. That would have been great.
We've gotten caught a couple times without having the camera with us.
And this Disney trip that we're wrapping up right now is a prime example. We got in the middle of that fire alarm incident at the hotel. And that next morning when the fire alarm started going off again, and we're walking around the hotel room going, you got to be kidding me? That's when it dawned on me. Grab the camera. You need to film this. This is the kind of thing you need to show. Seems like this is what happens to us when we go on vacation. So, yeah, little things that we were learning along the way here. And Lisa's got something she wants to share, something that she has found that she's trying to incorporate with our travels.
Well, there's two things, and I don't remember if I shared this in our very first video, but these are, let me show you the size. They came off of Amazon. They make the best drying towels when you're camping. They also make great towels for your hair because they're like a chamois. They just absorb crazy amounts of liquid, and they're fantastic. And they take up, I mean, if we were to pull out our regular size towels and for you to see, in fact, let me do that because I put it up high already. I can't actually reach the towels in our bathroom. I have to have a stool to get to them. But you can see this is much smaller. It's the size of a dish towel. And it does the work of something much, much, much bigger than it actually is. Also, I wanted to tell you about our travel journal. This is, I'm going to open it up. Tori's travel journal. I don't know if you can see that. Established 2019. And then I have like our check-in slips and the information from, the park the campground that we stayed in, the location of that campground, the number of the trip that it was for us, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the dates that we were there, the campsite that we were at, how we liked it, ideal camping locations in that campground if we did like the campground, where would we stay if we went back, nearby restaurants that we really enjoyed, some Domino's scorecard type information from specific trips that we went on with specific people. Just all kinds of really helpful information. And in fact, I have to complete the December trip that we made. We were so busy that whole trip celebrating Jay's birthday, and we were with friends, and I didn't take the time to fill that out. So that's very helpful information, even though it's a campground that we've been to before and we really love. But that was Vogel, by the way, Vogel State Park, one of our favorites.
Yeah, and for this year, we have pretty well outlined what all of our camping trips are going to be for the year. So we've got everything outlined. Our next
That's
trip,
the first time we've done that.
Yeah, we've never done that. We've never scheduled and booked all of our trips.
Which is part of why our trips didn't happen, I think, as regularly.
Right.
Because we didn't know how to make that a priority. And honestly, you guys have been a huge part of that with us to help inspire us to continue to get out there, because we love putting this content out for you guys. We really, really enjoy it. I'm
having to work around Mason back here, so.
Yeah, if one of us randomly falls over, you'll understand why. He's laying against the back of my ankle, so putting all of his 65-pound weight, yeah. And we're in this little bitty area by the door of the camper, so there's not very much room to move, so yeah. So
anyways, this is the end of our Disney 2-part video. Again, not shooting enough video. This video, the second half, was a little bit shorter than we wanted because we ran out of video. We got to the end and we thought, didn't we shoot any video in Epcot? Didn't we shoot any? We realized there's all kinds of things we did and nobody thought to grab the camera and shoot video.
Well, and I will say this too. One of the situations is that our vlogging camera that's specifically for vlogging, we were afraid to take that into the parks with us because we weren't exactly sure, having not done that before, how that was really going to go. So we left that camera. We only had the GoPro with us, and it doesn't take incredible nighttime shots, we learned. We have hopes of maybe
we're looking
upgrading.
at a new camera on that one.
Yeah.
As you saw in this video, it works, but it's not the greatest.
Right. You can tell when it's the GoPro and when it's the Canon.
But I think that's it. Anything else?
We just want to thank you guys for coming along with us. We are really, really enjoying the feedback that we're getting and the comments and the questions, and we've just been amazed at the support and the encouragement from friends and from new friends we've made in the process. It's been a lot of fun. So thank you guys very much.
So hey, if you haven't done it, and I know we say this at the end of every video, but really it helps us out. We're really trying to build our YouTube subscriber count. Right now, I think it's funny because some of the people we watch all the time on YouTube, I mean, they have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and our goal, we want to get to 100. Woo!
Woo! We're so excited!
But if you haven't done it yet, when you go to YouTube to watch this video, as soon as this video is done, click on subscribe in YouTube, so that anytime you want to go back and see this or any other video, you click on channels you subscribe to, and it'll click on us and it'll give you all of our videos. But also if you click, I guess there's a bell icon, and you set up notifications so that every time we drop a new video, you'll get notified that we put a new video out there. Which
I don't know if you've noticed, but we're really trying to drop videos on Sunday afternoon, evening time. Sometimes it just can't be done, but we're doing our best to be consistent with that and to make that happen. And Jay is working really, really hard to make that happen. A lot of work goes into the videos, so yeah, I'm really proud of you for that.
So that's it. Well, hey, thanks for joining us on this Disney trip, and we'll be looking forward to putting out the next video.
Yep, we'll see you soon.
Bye.